Today I'm going to talk to you about the founder of the Moonlight Schools in Kentucky. The founder of Moonlight Schools in Kentucky was Cora Wilson Stewart. There's a picture of her. She's beautiful. Some of Cora's accomplishments were: she was the first female superintendent of Rowan County Schools. She was considered as the founder of the United States Adult Literacy. She chaired the NEA Committee on Illiteracy from 1916 to 1926. In 1926, she was the director of National Illiteracy Crusade. She developed theories and methods of adult education, and we'll talk about some of that later on, some of the things she developed. And she was the first woman president of the Kentucky Education Association. Where did the name Moonlight Schools come from? I know that's a peculiar name, Moonlight Schools. Well, Moonlight Schools started because when they went back and forth to class, they had to go by the moonlight. If there was not a good moonlight out for the night, they couldn't go back and forth to class because they couldn't see how to get there. So when it first began, they would only have classes on full moonlit nights. Moonlight Schools started on September the 5th, 1911. There were 1,200 people ranging from ages 18 to 86. The first night at the 50 different schools, there were 1,200 people showed up. Here's a picture of some of the people that showed up, and you'll notice they have kids with them. You know, nowadays we have child care. Back then you just take your kids everywhere with you. So they brought their kids to class, and if you'll notice, some of the kids are sleeping at the desk on there. Pretty interesting. Stewart was convinced that adults should not use the same materials as children, so she developed the Rowan County Messenger. The Rowan County Messenger was a newspaper that was developed with short sentences that was easy to read. She also wrote a series of textbooks called the Country Life Readers. The Country Life Readers were books that she used in her classes to teach with. During World War I, she became concerned when she found out through selective services that nearly 700,000 men were totally illiterate. Big number. So she decided to develop the first soldier's book to teach the military recruits to read. Some of the things that were covered in the books were: why are we at war? To keep our country free. To keep other people free. To make the world safe to live in, and to stop the rule of kings. And last, to put an end to war. That's probably the best one. In 1915, it was estimated that 40,000 Kentucky adults had learned to read and write. By 1916, adults in 18 different states had been enrolled in the program. And here's another picture I thought was really neat. And in the background, they're working on the chalkboard, and they're looks like they're posing for the picture. Within the first 20 years of the program, 700,000 Kentuckians attended the adult literacy schools. One of the Moonlight Schools at Morehead State University still stands today. Here's a picture of it. Now we're going to talk a little bit about adult education in 2012. Where we've come. Some things stayed the same, some things changed. More changed than staying the same. We now offer GED preparation, so students can come to the center and take a TABE test. When they take that test, it kind of shows their grade level, where they're at, what they need to work on, and then they prepare for the OPT, which is the official practice test. Once they pass that test, then they're allowed to be signed up for the actual GED test. So that's a really big thing. They do all the GED preparation and the testing. And all of our services are free. Back in Cora's time, they were also free. Most of the teachers were volunteers, and they volunteered to teach. Today, our teachers actually get paid, but we do have some volunteers that come in from time to time and volunteer. Resume writing. They offer resume writing to help you prepare for jobs. We do a lot of job placement and things like that. Basic computer classes. We know that in today's society, you must know the basics of computers. And in 2014, we're going to be going to all computers with the GED testing. So this is really big in our program right now, is the computer classes. Compass remediation. The Compass remediation helps those students that take the Compass test and enroll at Bowling Green Technical College or any of the other KCTCS colleges. Some students don't score high enough to get into the program that they're interested in, so they refer them to adult ed. When they come to us, we TABE them, just like we do a GED student, and then we enroll them in our classes and help them to prepare to retake the Compass test to make a higher score on it. So we had to advance a little bit in some of our classes. Citizenship preparation. We have some students that are not originally from the United States, and they have to go through a citizenship process, and so we help them prepare for that test. We actually have specific classes that prepare them for citizenship to take their exam. English as a second language. So if English is not your first language, then you can come to the Adult Education Center and learn English. A lot of people always call and ask, do you teach Spanish or do you teach French? No, we teach English. So the students have to speak English in class. Family literacy education. The family literacy education consists of child and parent time. So that's something that kind of stayed the same from back then. So parents can bring their kids to class now in some of our programs, not all of them, but some of them. Some different areas we have, and they can bring their children with them, and their children will sit and maybe read a book or do their homework, something like that while the parents are in class. So that's something that kind of goes with back in course time. And then the National Career Readiness Certificate. That is a certificate that you can earn here in the Adult Education Center. It will help you in employment. You can get a gold, a silver, or a platinum certificate, and it will help you with employment. So again, like I said, we're really big on employment with the resume writing, and so that's Adult Education in 2012. The Kentucky Adult Education enrollment right now, our goal is 50,000 students. And right now our current enrollment at this time today is 31,336. So we have to the end of June to get 50,000 students. So our job is a really tough job, so as you can see by these numbers. And this is just the state of Kentucky. But that's my show, and if there's not any questions, thank you very much.